Hello friends, today's stories are about Shishupal and Jarasandha. Lord Krishna's five cousins, the Pandavas, had a kingdom named Indraprastha. The eldest of them, Yudhishthir, wanted to perform the Rajasuya Yajna. He went to Lord Krishna and said, "For the Rajasuya Yajna, a king has to be declared an emperor, and all the surrounding kingdoms have to recognize him as their overlord. I have no choice but to defeat Jarasandha and obtain the title of emperor. Please help me, Krishna." Lord Krishna said, "Send Bhim and Arjun to Magadha. Dressed up like the Brahmins, they should challenge Jarasandha for a wrestling bout." Thus Bhim and Arjun reached Magad. When they challenged Jarasandha, he did not believe them to be the Brahmins as they had well-built physique. "Who are you?" he yelled at them. Much to Jarasandha's shock, Lord Krishna also came. "Pick an appointment, Jarasandha. We have come to fight you," said Lord Krishna, and he revealed Bhim's and Arjun's identities. Bhim and Arjun challenged Jarasandha as per Lord Krishna's instructions. But Jarasandha said, "Krishna, I will not fight you as you are a coward. You don't even match my dignity and status. I refuse to fight Arjun as he is too young, but I will surely fight with Bhim as he seems to be a worthy opponent." Jarasandha offered Bhim a large club and went out of the city. When Bhim's and Jarasandha's clubs struck together, it sounded like thunderbolts in a storm. After their clubs were broken, the two angrily hit each other with iron hard fists. Thus, Bhim and Jarasandha fought for 27 days as both of them were equally matched, only stopping at the end of each day to live as friends in Jarasandha's palace at night. On the 28th day, Bhim almost gave up and looked up to Lord Krishna for help. Only he knew how Jarasandha could be killed. Lord Krishna noticed that Bhim was not able to defeat Jarasandha and called him aside. He told Bhim a secret about Jarasandha's birth. Jarasandha was born in two halves from two mothers. Seeing that the baby was useless, his father threw the two parts into the forest. These were found by a demoness named Jara. She managed to join the two halves and brought Jarasandha to life. When the fight continued, Lord Krishna picked a twig up, broke it into two halves, and threw the two halves far away from each other. This indicated that Jarasandha could be killed by reversing the manner in which he was born. Bhim grabbed hold of Jarasandha's legs and split his body into two. He then threw them far away from each other so that they might not be joined again. After Jarasandha's death, Lord Krishna put Jarasandha's son upon the throne. Then he released all the kings and princes who had been imprisoned by Jarasandha. The Rajasuya Yajna started by the Pandavas was on the verge of completion. The last rite was to confer honors upon the kings who had participated in the Yajna. Before starting this, it was customary to worship the best participant according to the manner prescribed in the religious scriptures. Yudhishthir decided to consult all the kings present there. Sahadev, ruler of Magadha, proposed the name of Lord Krishna as he made him king. Most of the kings and the Brahmins seconded the proposal. After the rituals of the Rajasuya Yajna were over, Yudhishthir told Lord Krishna, as per Bhishma Pitamaha's advice, I wish to give you these offerings as a mark of respect. Just then, Shishupal, the king of Chedi, got up from his seat and voiced his displeasure at Lord Krishna. A mere cowherd being honored first, Shishupal had an old grudge against Lord Krishna because he had married Rukmini, whom he wanted to marry. He went on calling Lord Krishna names and insulting him. Shishupal opposed the worship of Lord Krishna as the best participant in the Rajasuya Yajna. He used disgraceful words for him, suggesting that either Bhishma Pitamaha or Guru Dronacharya should be the candidates for worship. But these two elderly participants had already supported Lord Krishna's candidature. The fight over the choice of the rightful candidate for worship was not coming to an end as Shishupal and his supporters were dead against the worship of Lord Krishna. The Pandavas were furious at Shishupal's behavior and threatened him to stop fighting. But Lord Krishna stopped them and said, Shishupal, he is my cousin, the son of my father's sister, Satyavati. I would have killed him, but his mother had requested me to pardon him. I won't say or do anything until he had used at least 100 disgraceful terms for me. Now I warn him to come to the right path. But this did not stop Shishupal from insulting Lord Krishna.